Hello, happy Monday and welcome. All right, so it's Monday. If you are in corporate America or you are a stay-at-home, work from home type of mama, I am talking to you today. I want to share with you a couple of things that I have utilized in starting out, where it has just helped me to build without having to blow a lot of money. So if you want to have a couple of resources that I utilize all the time so that I don't break the bank whenever, maybe funds aren't coming in, you've just started out and you need some tools to get things going, but you can't afford the big fancy stuff that the big dogs can afford, right? Because you're comparing your, month or year one to their month 52 or month, or year 5. So I want to share those with you. So stay tuned, please, with me if you want to hear what 3 resources I want to share with you. So, if you haven't come across my videos before, my name is Lindsay Ali. I'm a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom. I started my own cake decorating business years ago, and it just kind of blossomed into a word-of-mouth type of thing. And that happened at the same time I took control of my health and fitness. And fast forward, that has just brought on me having a passion to help teach others. I've always loved teaching. I was a coach, a volleyball coach for many years. I also was a teacher, and so I just want to move that passion into another field, and I have in health and fitness and in business and in my cakes. So I'm so glad that you're here, and thank you for taking the time to be here. I know your time is valuable, so this is going to be quick today. Starting my own business, it's one of the hardest things that I've ever done to try to get going and get traction and to build and to grow, and it's built and it's fallen and it's built and it's fallen, and it's just difficult. It's difficult, but what they say, it's simple, but it's not easy. And that's exactly where I fall, right? So I spent lots of money on this and that and trying to compete with the big dogs. Like I said, I was comparing my true month 1 to year 1 to someone else's year 5. And they're able to, maybe get some tools that I need to work up to. I need to build up to being that type of boss, right? So I wanted to share a few things because I spent a lot of money on different things that I didn't really need right away, that I just saw the shininess that, a person much further down the road had with their success and thought, I want that, I need that. And I didn't necessarily need it right then, or I didn't need it exactly the way they had it yet. I think we chase after those shiny things that look so fun with business, and we forget to do the behind the scenes stuff, which is what I had forgotten to do. So I have 3 things that I use that help me not break the bank, because I'm not there yet, or I wasn't there yet. I needed to build to it. So the first thing that is amazing, and I suggest to anyone just getting started or who can't yet afford like a landing page service or anything like that, I recommend going to Google, use Google Docs, use Google Sheets, and Google Forms. My landing page is Google Form because I haven't switched over yet. I could, but it's working well for me now. You can use Google, all 3 of those Google things for free. So Google Forms, it is simple to set up. It's self-explanatory. And again, it's free to set up. If you just want like a landing page, you can embed it onto your website. So you can have this beautiful website with a form right on in it. So you can ask your questions, several questions, any way, like multiple choice or whatever. Or you can just simply use it as a landing page where you just ask name and email. Just gather that much information and then go back and follow up with them. It's an amazing tool, and again, free. So in starting out, that's what I would recommend doing. And then hold on to that until you really got to convert over, until you really got to make the change and switch over. But, don't get caught up in the ridiculously, ridiculous amount of money that you could put forward towards a landing page that you might not need yet because you don't have the traffic there yet. And I did that when I didn't need it, and I didn't have the traffic coming in, so I didn't, I wasted my money. So the second thing is an automation for your email list. Of course, along with that, people are saying right now, build a community on Facebook and then also add to your list. Like, go at it both ways. Add to your list, add to your community, and have, you know, people on your list jump over to your free community, have people in your free community jump over to your list and cross it. But who do I go to for a list to house my list and to have automated emails going out, and also, you know, just like real-time emails going out? That you just have to go and you have to research which one works better for you, which platform you lean towards as far as how easy it is to learn and to work within, and what you like as far as the looks go. There's Aweber, there's Constant Contact, there's ConvertKit. I use Drip because it's $100 for the first, it's free for the first 100 subscribers. So hello, yeah, give me free when I'm first starting out and I don't have, you know, the income coming in. So that's the next one that I use. I use Drip, but there's those other ones out there. You just got to go out and do your own research and compare to see which one you like better, which one you're more comfortable using, which, interface or platform is user-friendly for you. So do that. And then another one, which I found out about and I absolutely love, you know, the CRMs, the customer relationship management tools that are out there that you can pay for. It's just, and it may not be very expensive, these things, you know, like paying for an automated service or paying for a landing page. Those are, you know, tools that are not very expensive to pay for, but when you start adding up all the little bitty expenses, if you just can't afford it yet, then what I would do is do these, you know, things that kind of, in the beginning, you've got to cut your costs, you've got to look at every penny, right? And cut your costs where you can and afford the things you absolutely need. So you've got to determine that priority list too. What do you absolutely need right now? And what can you alter to get for free right now and move over later whenever you get to the point that you can do it, you can afford it, and you're ready for it. So these things may be insignificant in price and inexpensive, but for me, where I sat was I had all these business fees that were small, but they were just adding up to be more than I could take on and more than I was earning in. So I had to figure out a way to alter that to get it to where I could afford it and still keep going, and then I would upgrade later. So I just wanted to put that in there real quick. But the last thing I wanted to suggest to you guys is one that I heard from my mentors that I looked into, and I was like, oh, this is just something else to learn, right? But I know that I needed a system in place to go back and talk to my prospects and go and talk to, remind me to talk to people and follow up with them. And what did we talk about next? And that was Streak. Streak is a free service that you can add on to your Gmail account. Streak is someplace else to use it. You add on the extension and then it shows up right in your email list off to the left side, and you can go in and you can create different categories for different lists of people, and you can create columns to show how long they've been in that category and where you want to move them along in the process of someone who just maybe signed on to your email, or someone who has asked questions, and then someone who has been sent the information and you need to follow up. Did you get that? What were your questions with that? Someone who has converted and now moved into a customer base instead of just someone who has been a prospect. It's amazing. It does take just a tiny bit of time to learn the vernacular of Streak, and what a box is and all of that stuff. But it's super simple, it's super easy, and it's free. Once again, it's free. So if you've got to cut costs somewhere because you're looking at the big dogs and they've got all these fancy tools, there are ways to do it without the fancy tools, but things that replicate the same process and the same path someone would choose to get onto your list or what have you. So I use those things. And of course with Google Forms, I have an add-on where it sends them an email immediately, because they fill out the form and I suggest for them on the thank you page to get them into my free community. Well, if they don't do that right then, how are they going to find that link again? So I added on an extension so they get an email right away, and with that same link saying, hey, join us in this group. It's free and it's a monthly challenge group. So I did add that on, and then I use, here's another one, bonus, I use zapper.com. Up to 5 zaps, it's free. And what a zap is, it just has this application and this application, and they don't talk to each other. They don't automatically, Google Forms, they fill out a form, it doesn't automatically put it onto my list at Drip. But using Zapper as a middleman, I go in there and I say, hey, when a person gets on this list, move them over, or fills out this form, move them over to this list. And that's what Zapper does. I can do up to 5 zaps for free. So it's automated. I don't have to go into a spreadsheet and add them by myself. I just put them on immediately, and I tell them what list to put them on and everything. It's awesome. So I use that, and there's again, it takes a little bit to learn the process and how to set it up and what to use and all that. There's a little bit of learning curve, but isn't there with everything? And to me, it was worth that little bit of learning curve to try to set this up that was cutting my costs with my business expenses, so that I could still make it as automated as I could while focusing on building the relationships and the other stuff that I needed to build and needed to do, instead of doing this all by hand or, putting money towards it that I didn't have. So I was just in desperate need of finding something and a way to do it that would help me out financially and would still allow me to do the same processes. And this does that. Google Forms, automated email where you house your list, that was inexpensive and in the beginning free with Drip anyway, and Streak, which is in your email and housed there. It's a CRM where you can track your customers and when you've talked to them and about what. And then a Zapper, an application just allows 2 applications to talk to each other that normally wouldn't. So again, this all came from just me spending a lot of money where I didn't need to, and I wasn't ready to, and I didn't talk to anybody about it. So, my mentors didn't tell me, you don't need that yet, because I didn't ask them. I didn't talk to them about it. I just did it. And then I got myself into a pickle, and I was like, okay, well, I've wasted all this money, and so now I've got to figure this out. How can I do this cheaper and not put myself under and not completely just go out of my mind and get stressed? So hopefully these tools help you, and if you thought that they did, please let me know below and let me know if you use them or if there's something else out there that is maybe even better than these that you would recommend. I mean, there's all kinds of tools that I haven't run across yet, but these are the ones that I have and that I love and that are working and that really help out someone who is just starting out, who can't afford the nice shiny stuff that the gurus use. So I would love to hear below if you use some of these or what you use instead of. Oh, here's another bonus one, Acuity Scheduling. So I use that one for my calendar. It syncs with my Google Calendar, and you can use that to, help have people get on your calendar for consultation calls, for classes, for I run mine for challenge groups. So if there is a group that I'm starting, then I get their name and email on the Google form, and then I move over, and once I, get out of that automation system, then I go in and it's me and I'm more personal. I'm like, hey, answer these questions for me and let's get on a call and dig deeper with them. And so I can do a form through there, and that is free service. And then I have bumped it up to a business service where it is paid because I get a little bit more extra. But see, again, I started with the free and I upgraded as I went when I could and when I needed those extras. But Acuity Scheduling is awesome. I love it. I recommend it. So, and you can find Drip and Acuity on my website. Those are, what are they called? Affiliate links. So just know that, but it's a way to get there if you want to give me the credit that I referred you to it. But if not, just Google it. But youmakeitfit.com /products is where it's at. And see, I can't think of anything that pops in my head, but you got 2 bonus ones because I was only going to give you 3. So hopefully those help you. Let me know what you use. Let me know if you use these tools and if you like them or anything like that. And I would love to know that. And if you are looking to work from home, that you want to make a little extra and you want to have someone there to support you as you do. And of course, you've got a little passion in you about health and fitness, being healthier, and sharing that with other people and encouraging other people, then this coaching on my team may be a fit for you. And the only way we're going to find that out is if you just ask questions, and there's nothing wrong with asking questions, and it doesn't obligate you to anything. And I'm not going to push because honestly, I don't want someone that it's not right for to come in for it, because you're just going to leave anyway. So if you're interested in that, I'm starting today a what is coaching, and of course, again, that's surrounded coaching in the health and fitness industry, and wanting to improve yourself, your family, and inspire others to do so and motivate them as well. So just go to youmakeitfit.com /whatiscoaching. I believe that's the URL that you can go to sign up for my What is Coaching sneak peek. It's just a glimpse into what it is, what's it about, what's the potential. You hear from some of the other coaches on my team, and they give you their take on it so that you just don't hear it from me. But yeah, so that's it. I hope this has helped you guys, and if it has, please like and share it in case someone else needs these free or very inexpensive resources to start out themselves. Hopefully it's been helpful. All right, I think that's all. Y'all have a great Monday, and I will see y'all later.